Chapter 11. Force, Work and Energy. Let's learn about force, simple machines, types of forces, energy, work, conversion of energy. Force. You already know that pushes and pulls are forces. When you push or pull something, it moves. When you throw a ball, you use force. When you hit a moving ball, you use force to change its direction. When you stop a moving ball, you use force. Types of forces. There are different kinds of forces. Some of these are as follows. Gravitational force. The earth is like a huge magnet and pulls everything towards itself. This force is called the gravitational force. It is because of this force that a ball thrown up comes down. Down. Ripe fruits from trees always fall towards the ground and we don't fall off the earth as the earth spins on its axis. Alphabet. Sir Isaac Newton was the first person who told the world about gravity. Frictional phase. When an object moves on a surface, it stops after covering a certain distance. This is due to the force of friction, a force that acts between the object and the surface to either slow it down or stop it completely is called frictional force. Objects with smooth surface like ice have less friction while objects with rough surface like carpets have more friction. The soles of our shoes get worn out because of friction. Muscular force. We need a force to do a work. Pulling a cart, riding a rickshaw, lifting a weight while exercising all need our muscles to do these works. The force here is called as muscular force. Mechanical force. The force used to do a work by using a tool or instrument is called mechanical force. Cutting of cloth by using scissors, tightening the screw by using a screwdriver, hammering a nail in the wood, etc. all need mechanical force. Elastic force. When a force is applied on a rubber band, it expands. When the force is released, it comes to its original shape and size. This is due to the elastic nature of the rubber band. When it comes back to its original size and shape, it releases a force called elastic force. When a bow is released, the arrow is shot out with a great speed due to the elastic force. Work. When we use force on an object and the object moves through a distance, we say that work is done on the object. According to science, we do not do any work if we push a wall or a tree even for a whole day because there is no movement of the load. Work is done whenever a force results in a displacement, such as a load is carried when a door is opened, when a nut is cracked, or when a flag is hoisted. Work done can be calculated by the following formula. Work done is equal to force applied on an object into distance moved by the object. Simple machines. Nowadays, many different jobs are done by machines. A machine is a device by which A greater amount of work is done by applying a small effort or force. A machine helps us in the following ways. Transfer a force from one place to another. Change the direction of a force. Increase the magnitude of a force. Increase the distance or speed of a force. Some of the simple machines are lever, pulley, wheel, and axle, inclined plane, screw, and wedge. Lever. A lever is a long rod which rests upon a support and is used to lift weights. It also helps us to open lids and cans and cut things. For example, seesaw, can opener and hammer when used to remove nails, etc. Wheel and axle. The wheel and axle is a simple machine consisting of a large wheel fixed to a rod called an axle which lifts or moves loads. When either the wheel or axle turns, the other part also turns. Common examples of wheel and axle are giant wheel, steering wheel, tires of vehicles and rolling pin. Inclined plane. It is easier to raise a heavy load by pulling it up along a sloping surface rather than lifting it vertically. The sloping surface which connects a lower level to a higher level is known as the inclined plane. For example, slide, slope, escalator and ramp, etc. Pulley. A pulley is a grooved wheel with a rope or cable. We use it to change the direction of force and move things. An example is the pulley used to draw water from wells. Wedge. A wedge is a simple machine used to push two objects apart. A wedge is made up of two inclined planes. These planes meet and form a sharp edge. This edge can easily split things. For example, knife, fork, axe, nail, etc. Screw. A screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a pole or cylinder. It holds things together or lifts materials. For example, jar lid, bottle caps and bolt. Infobit. Machines like cars, cranes and computers are complex machines. Complex machines are a combination of two or more simple machines. Energy. We can define energy as the ability to do work. To do work, we need energy. No task can be performed without energy. In fact, all living things need energy for their growth and development. There are various forms of energy such as heat, light, sound, mechanical, electrical, chemical, and magnetic energy. Sources of energy. Sun, wind, water are some common sources of energy. Plants use sunlight for photosynthesis. The sun. We get energy from many sources, but sun is the main source of energy on the earth. The energy we get from the sun is called solar energy. It is used in devices like solar cookers and solar geysers. We get solar energy in the form of light and heat. Light. The sun is the main source of natural light. Sunlight is used by plants for photosynthesis. It can also be used to generate electricity. Solar energy used for cooking food. Heat. The sun is also the main source of heat. The heat from the sun can also be used by solar heaters to heat water and cook food. Wind can also be used to produce energy. The energy we get from wind is called wind energy. Windmills, sailboat. Wind energy can turn windmills. These windmills can be used to generate electricity. Sailboats also use wind energy to move water. The energy in the moving waters can be converted into electricity or other useful forms of energy. To use this energy, we build dams. Dams allow the water to fall with force from height onto turbines. Turbines then move and help produce electrical energy. Bhakra Nangal Dam in India. Infobit. Electricity produced from falling water is called hydroelectric power. It is also known as hydropower. Forms of energy. There are many other forms of energy in nature. Some of them are as follows. Heat energy. It is obtained by burning fuels such as wood, coal, oil and gas. This energy is needed to cook food and to keep ourselves warm. Electrical energy. It is obtained from generators, dynamos, chemical reactions in cells and batteries, etc. It is produced at thermal power stations by burning coal and in hydel power projects which use the force of running water to turn a generator. Solar cell panels and atomic power plants have also been developed to produce electrical energy. Electrical energy is used to produce light and run different machines. Almost every machine uses electrical energy in one way or the other. Chemical energy. Chemical energy is stored in cells and batteries of cars. Chemical energy is used to work cellular phones, torches, watches, inverter, etc. Mechanical energy. This is the energy of objects that can do work by moving, such as spring of a watch, wind flowing water, etc. Geothermal energy. This is the energy of the hot interior of the earth. Magnetic energy. A magnet can easily pull a piece of iron towards itself. It causes movement in the object. This is so because it has an energy which is called magnetic energy. Atomic energy. Everything is made up of atoms. An atom is the smallest particle of matter. We can get energy from atoms by splitting them. Atomic energy can be used to produce electricity. Infobit. Sources of energy like wood, coal and petrol have been in use for many years. They are in limited supply and may get used up completely one day. They also cause pollution, so they have to be used with care. Conversion of energy. Energy changes or gets converted from one form to another. Let us see how. Water or wind energy is used to work turbines, mechanical energy, that produces electric energy. This electric energy is used in bulb to produce light energy. In a fan, it gets converted to mechanical energy, while in an electric guitar, it changes to sound energy. Watches, iPods and torches use the chemical energy stored in cells. In a watch, chemical energy changes to mechanical energy. In a iPod, it changes to sound energy, while in a torch, it changes to light energy. Key points. Force can move a body, change the direction of a moving body and stop a moving body. There are different types of forces. Work is done only when an object is moved through a distance using force. Simple machines make work easier for us. Energy is the capacity to do work. Things from which we get energy are called sources of energy. Energy changes or gets converted from one form to when